Hello Joaquin, it's Dennis. Long time no video, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I've gotten my thoughts a little organized and just wanted to let you know where I am right now. I guess I'm starting off with the ability to keep my hand open. I've just finished kind of a long day of teaching, and so sometimes when I'm tired it's not quite as good, but I do find that I'm getting a little bit more able to maintain an open position. I'm really stretching my hand to the maximum, and so you can almost see where I'm kind of white in the edge of my fingers. But when I have that tension in my hand, I'm able to kind of feel that, and I'm just being very sensitive to when I can feel the finger wanting to go back. And it was actually much better earlier today before I was teaching. But this is kind of where I am at the end of a day of teaching with keeping the hand open. Because I'm finding in general that it's when my hand is leaving the touch of the keys and opening up on its own that I tend to have that retraction happening the most still. So what I'm working at. So if my fingers are on the keys, like if I'm playing this Bach prelude and my fingers are actually resting on the keys. And then moving down to here. So my fingers are touching the keys, and it's a little bit easier to kind of keep that, to maintain that. It's when my fingers are actually leaving the keys and I'm up in the air, say going from this octave position to this octave position, that I really have to maintain a sort of tense position, a tense open octave position in my hand to not have it retract. That's one of the things I'm working with. And then in terms of repertoire for right hand, I've been looking at these Schubert impromptus. So I have sort of two ways of practicing, and one is just very slow practicing to being aware when I'm changing the position that the hand is staying pretty organized. And then it's also got this second section that has this the fifth finger holding on. And again, here is when I have to change to that new position. And then there's the companion prelude, the famous G flat. And I think the fact that the fifth finger has to be sustained on that note helps a lot. But then, of course, it's the moving from one octave to another that's the challenge. And so then I'm also just playing these pieces more at regular speed with two hands and not worrying so much about the position, but just trying to get the overall musical feel. And in my right hand, I'm just trying to feel more open and lined up on the keys and not bunched up on the keys. Not like this, but more like, not like this, but more like this when I'm playing. I can't play and move the camera at the same time, sorry. But that's what I'm working on. So I guess in summary, the main question or the main thought I'm having, maybe it's a question, maybe it's a thought, is just the fact that I'm still really forcing and kind of willing my hand to stay open and trying to develop an awareness of when I'm going to have that craving to close the hand and to kind of nip that craving in the bud, to stop that almost before it happens by being very sensitive to where that's going on. I do notice that after I play for about 30 minutes or so, kind of at a regular speed, my hand feels kind of tired. And I don't think it's a fatigue from from when from the fact that I just haven't played a lot with the right hand, because I remember at the onset of the dystonia, my hand would sometimes be tired after I'd practiced for a while too, and I think it had to do with a lack of stability in the hand. So anyway, I'm interested to know your feedback, and if you have any suggestions or things I should watch out for, I'll be interested to know that. Okay, thanks.